Okay, so, you know, did a little stringing up of the tomatoes that I could. I think the rest of them I'm just gonna do as I go. But now I need to prune some of these guys. So I've been reading that you should start doing that, especially for indeterminates after they flower, which this is flowered and it's actually already bearing some fruit. So, oh Lord. All right, so I ain't never pruned no tomatoes before, but I've been reading lots of Googles, lots of Googling. So we're gonna try it out and just see what happens. All right, so it looks like I definitely need to do some of the stuff at the bottom. So you can see some of these drying out. Sorry, y'all, I'm new at this. And then we want to just leave some clearance so that we don't have a ton of water spillage onto the leaves, as well as leaving some space for the wind to get through, the air to get through to the stems. I think this guy needs to be pulled up. I could take this off just to give it a nice big prune, but I'm gonna leave, I don't know yet. We're gonna see what the spirit leads me to do, okay? I need new shears. You got to go too, bro. And y'all not doing nothing. Y'all not doing nothing. Just sitting here, taking up energy. Got some aphid activity. I might need to bag these leaves. Anyway, who told me I needed to do all this gardening? Who? Okay, friends. All right, so I'm done pruning. I'm just gonna take you through, see what I did. So these are sweeties. I did some kind of like stringing concoction there. You know, I did what needs to be done, whatever. I didn't feel like cutting more strings, so I just tied them together and made it work. So you can see I trimmed pretty heavily, as told by the YouTubes and the Googles. These are black cherries, both of these, I believe. Yeah, these are both black cherries, so both indeterminate as well. So did a good prune on those. These are my poor aromas. My bad, y'all. You'll be okay though, right? I'm gonna feed you. We're gonna get it together. I'm gonna learn what I'm doing. These aromas. Like I said, I mostly just gave them some space at the bottom to breathe. And then these are my black crims. I mostly just did anything that was touching the ground, which was a lot. And then a few suckers that were on there. We also had a little bit of leaf curl on some of the ones towards the bottom, probably because they were touching the ground. So I'm glad I got those up. I decided to keep all the offshoots on there just to see what happens. I'll wait till they flower a bit, or give them another week or so to see what kind of happens with them, and then maybe do more if needed. But they're starting to flower, so I didn't want to mess that up too much. It looked pretty good. I don't know. If you are a pro and you have a suggestion for a newbie, feel free. Actually, I'm gonna take this off, because why? Why do we need you? You don't. Yeah. So yeah, I probably could have done more. I was getting nervous because, you know, I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't mind a little bushiness. The way our garden is set up, we have a huge tree right here. You can see, huge. So we get a lot of shade in this area, but it gets good morning sun. It is about 11 o'clock right now, and this side is starting to get shade. So that's likely why these aren't growing as quickly as the other ones and as full. The leaves are pretty small still. This is kind of, you know, kind of an experiment, because we actually used to do all of our gardening in that open area in pots, just because we haven't really gotten any raised beds over there, and we have a lot of Bermuda, and it's a pain in the butt to try to do anything in because it's so strong it can go through anything. It was actually all in our pots, so we decided to move our whole gardening operation up here onto this patio. So we amended all this soil before planting. We broke it all up with a cultivator or tiller, whatever that we rented. So we're hoping that this will be our first season gardening in here. So we're hoping it does at least a little well. I mean, if it's not great, it's okay. We'll learn a lesson. Otherwise, I'll take whatever we can get. Now that I did all of my pruning and kind of checked in on all my plants, I do need to water because I have some small patches of area that don't have watering to them yet. And I've interplanted some flowers and like green onions that I'm starting. And some of the areas that kind of just need a little extra help until they germinate. So I'm gonna get that going. Get some water on my babies, and I'll be back.